When it comes to cutting layers, there's a number of things that need to be taken into consideration, and I get so many comments and requests. Steven, Salon Guy, please help me. Can I come to you for a haircut to get the perfect layers? Or nobody can cut my hair like you can, or nobody understands layering. So this video really is going to give you an understanding of the proper way of getting your hair layered, or if you're a professional, the process of layering. Even if you're trying to attempt this yourself at home, this is going to help you understand what goes into layering, why you should layer your hair, the techniques, and all these things. Now, I've been cutting hair for probably 25 or so years. It's taken me many, 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 many years to understand and to really get better at creating layers, okay, and understanding how to do it properly, and even incorporating my own kind of methods to keep it as simple as possible. When it comes to hair cutting, try to keep it as simple as possible. No need to do a handstand while cutting. No need to take 45 minutes to section the hair to make it look cool. I mean, for me, get the job done in an efficient amount of time and keep it as simple as you possibly can while creating amazing results. That's all I have to say about that. So layering is a process that is designed, it's a technique. It's a technique designed to remove weight from the hair. If your hair is very, very heavy and you want to see some flow to it, some volume, that's when you would layer your hair. So what I want to show you, and this is the one thing that everybody always likes to really talk about, and let's get right up and close here. So you see when I rake my hands back, all of these are layers. If I were to even take this down into here, right? If I were to cut this really, really short right into here, it's still layered. It just depends on the length that you want your layers to be. It seems that a lot of people want to have a haircut like this, whether you're male or female. You want to see these layers into here. But not only do you want to see them, the key is that you want it to, God forbid, be even. You want it to be even and balanced. And the reason it's not being even or it's not being balanced is simply because it's not cut properly. So this is my general technique when it comes to layering. You can, follow along, do it yourself, whatever, but this is kind of like a generic 101 type of version of layering. Also, I'm doing this on dry hair. I do like this mannequin right now, so I'm not gonna go too crazy, but I am gonna go over the process. So usually what I'm doing, right, and if you're doing this yourself, is I'm connecting the back part of the top back of the part of the head, which is this, into the top. So if you already have existing layers in your hair, or your hair is just laying way too heavy, something's not right, what I like to do is I like to actually go in like this and follow the head shape to connect, because layering involves connecting, right? It involves connecting the dots between going from here all the way towards the front. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for my guide from the previous section to say, oh, there it is. That's what I have to follow. Again, what I'm doing is I'm connecting. Think of that. I'm actually, even though I am cutting layers, I'm connecting the dots here and the bridge. So now we're done with the back, the top back, and we can now transition. We can leave the past behind and work towards the future, which is going from the top of the head right here to the very, very front. Now, since what we just did there is we actually created the connection, meaning that we now have a solid guide. The guide is a piece of hair that you use from your previous section to move forward. There it is, and now all you want to do is just cut based off of that. It's important to keep the elbow pretty level. You don't want to go drop down because you see the finger positioning changes. And from that moment forward, try to keep it as simple and basic as possible. Yes, that is what I do, okay? I'm not even taking clients anymore. If I were to take clients right now, I would be charging $250 a haircut. Even at that price, I'm keeping it as simple. It's the expertise and knowledge that you're paying for to understand what to do. So there, you can see right through that hair, and I'm simply going to cut straight across. Now I'm going to take the next section, and I'm working towards the very, 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 very front. And what's going to happen is, as this is being cut, and I'm doing this dry again, just for demonstration purposes, we're literally working section by section, and I'm keeping this right down the middle. That's how I'm cutting this, as you can see, right down the middle. Think of this as a mohawk section. The reason I'm doing that, and I'll explain, this is the whole secret to my madness here, is that I break down haircutting into 3 simple sections, and that is the top, the corners, and the sides. This is the last piece right here in the front, and there we go. Now, this part in the middle is done. We still have the corners and the sides, and this is what really is the most important, and I think where people have a lot of issues, is understanding what is the corner and what is the sides. You've got the top, the corner is around of the head, and the sides obviously is around the ear area. In order to get these pieces in here, the flow, that magical, beautiful layered shape, you have to connect the sides into the corners, into the top. It all has to be seamless. Now, depending on the type of shape, whether it's triangular, square, rounded, whatever, it depends. But I usually 95% of the times am cutting a rounded shape to follow the contour of the head. So now, what do? I'm pulling the hair out from the head. Here is the round of the head. You can see that long point right there, that long piece. That is the corner. That is what needs to get cut off. And I know some might say, oh, leave the corner for a square look. I'm looking for a rounded, beautifully blended shape. A square layer is not going to look beautiful and have a seamless flow to it, because guess what? The corners are then left like this, so it's not going to have that nice feathered look, right? And that's what everybody wants. They want that feathered, beautiful layered look. And notice I'm pulling it straight out from the head, right? The corners, I'm pulling it out from the head. I'm not going back in up top here. And look, just so I can show you here, look what's happening already. You can see, look at already right here, the flow of this, right in through this area, all those beautiful pieces right in through here. So since we are up nice and close, let's go over the sides. Now, I'm going to go back all the way over here, right to behind the ear. And guess what? Now we're working on the sides. And the sides are very, very important, because this is where all the magic happens. This is where you really make sure everything is connected in. And what you want to do when it comes to cutting the sides is you really want to just blend this all the way into here. You're making that transition, and this is removing any excess weight. And you can see it right there, removing any excess weight that is in that area. Comb everything straight out. You may have to do one little snip on top of that, but if you see I'm following the pattern, and now I'm combing straight out from the head, and I'm cutting what is on top. That right there is your baseline. That's your length. You never want to recut that, because guess what? You're going to either create holes in the haircut, or you are going to cut the length, and you don't want to do that. So now, as you can see what I'm doing, I'm bringing all this forward, and I'm just cutting what needs to be cut. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, the exact same process, all right? Now, what I like to do as a grand finale, right, the big money piece right here, the money shot of this whole haircut, is making sure it's all blended and connected. So then what I will do is I will comb all this straight up, and I'm going to look and see. Now, obviously, I didn't cut this side, but I'm going to comb all this straight up, and I'm going to look for inconsistencies or longer pieces. And that is going to ensure me that this is all blended and connected in. Now, just raking my fingers through this, and I'll show you right in through here, look at how nice and seamless that is. Look at the beautiful layering, the beautiful shape. This took me not even 10 minutes to do this, all right? And I kept it as simple as possible. Again, I didn't do this side. I really just want to show you, I don't want to bore everybody. It's the same thing on the other side. It's following the same exact process, just your body position. But if you look, excuse me, look how this is all seamless. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not have to be that complicated. If you're doing this yourself, I wish you luck. Unfortunately, and I get so many comments saying, Steven, I've been to like 9 hairstylists, I've been to like 18 barbers, nobody can cut hair like this. They just don't get it, they don't understand it, and I don't know how much more basic it needs to be and simplified than what I just did. I mean, this is the shape, these are the layers that everybody wants. So hopefully by watching this tutorial, you're gonna get a better understanding. And maybe it's because I've been doing it for so long, it's like second nature to me. But if you do go to a hairstylist and you do not see them following the pattern, now you don't wanna go in, I'm gonna tell you this, you don't wanna go into a professional and start giving them haircutting lessons. I've had that done to me in the past, and I feel like I wanna say, look, just get out, cut it yourself, like you're driving me crazy. The last thing you want to do is start instructing someone, a professional. It's like telling a doctor how to do surgery, you know, or how to do whatever he's doing or he or she is doing. Leave it up to the professionals. If they screw up, and you can learn from the mistakes, right? But if you start to tell them what to do before the haircut starts, during the haircut, as a stylist, it makes us very, very tense. It makes us get worked up, it aggravates us, and it's almost like, well, how do you know this? Like, what makes you the expert? I've been doing hair for 99 years. What makes you an expert? Hey, I watched the Salon Guy tutorial on YouTube. They're either gonna say, who the hell is a Salon Guy? Or they're gonna say, oh, okay, like, what is that? Like, so, you know, showing them a video of this probably won't be helpful. It's just a matter of finding the right stylist who gets it. And I know it takes a lot of time and a lot of research. In the comments below, okay, everyone, I want you to tell me, please, 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 I want like over 100 comments on this video, and I hope this does well. Please share it. But, you know, layering is such an important part of when it comes to hair cutting. Please let me know in the comments if you have found someone who understands this and your hair looks phenomenal, or let me know if you still are on the hunt to find somebody to create this look. Let me know if you've had disasters from something. Let me know if this is exactly what you want and you've tried like 19 people and you've paid all sorts of prices to get this. Just leave me comments and I'll engage with all of you and try to respond as best I can, but I'd love to know all of your feedback because it helps me understand what's going on out there. It helps me understand what's going on in the salon industry and what professionals are doing. So don't forget, use code YouTube20, that's YouTube20. I've got hair tools, brushes, blow dryers. I've got a full range of products. YouTube20, 20% off, and free shipping in the United States on order values over $50. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.